I had to do my work and then I had to fly home. And so I would fly over like Smith Rock, and I'd be looking out the airplane and saying like, I have to live here. I have to live here. I'm also a avid road cyclist. This area has some of the best roads in the country, so I had to come here and experience that as well.
You had no choice.
I had no choice. So I had a pretty unique experience in that I got to know St. Charles before I was even asked to apply for a job. I had an opportunity to work as a lean coach, and so I got to work with leaders from the operating room, the fourth floor medical services, pharmacy, cancer center, and we got to improve certain processes that were of interest and prioritized to these groups. Really enjoyed the people. It was the right size to do great things. When the opportunity came to apply for the Chief Nurse Executive job, I already knew that this was the organization that I wanted to work for. You know, we've been through an awful lot. The culture and the feelings of nurses within the organization are different from what it was pre-pandemic. And so the culture that I hope to foster is one of caring and respect. I hope that nurses know that leaders care for them individually and want to know them individually. So we know that you have lives, you have families, you have significant others, and significant interests outside of work. We want to honor that, and we want you to bring your whole self to work. Respect insofar as there's been a lot of tension between workers and leaders due to all kinds of workplace disruption. And so the culture that I hope to foster is one of respect for each other. We each have really difficult jobs to do. And the more that maybe we could walk in each other's shoes and share our experiences, it would build more of a respect and a compassion for each other's experience, such that when we have that compassion and respect, we can work together, that we could both figure out a way to win. And ultimately, you know, it's really, we got into this profession because we care for our patients and our communities. And so with that caring and with that respect, it's really about delivering what we need for our communities. What's interesting about healthcare, and particularly nursing, is that our education is never done. We all want to know that what we start to do is going to lead somewhere where we get to develop, maybe change our focus every so many years because things get kind of routine. We're really looking to earmark more funds for people to go back for more education, whether it's a certificate or whether it's a degree program. We want to make those funds available. I spent 30 years in Seattle, Washington, and worked at maybe 3 or 4 large institutions. If one of the institutions was full, we diverted ambulances to the next one, and we knew that a patient would get the right care. Here, St. Charles covers a geographic area the size of South Carolina. There really isn't such a thing as divert without there being some significant consequences to the patients and their families. So what makes St. Charles different is the mission and the obligation, so vital and needed for the community. You know, our professional practice model is what our nurses have described their work to be, has both the organization's vision and mission and values, but it also has a few more values that nurses say are really important to them, and they are compassion, patient-centered care, knowledge, integrity, evidence-based practice, and community. And so those 6 values really sum up what a St. Charles nurse is. So I would want nurses out there, CNAs, to know that we would love you to be a part of our experience in our community. This is an awesome place to work.